What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Epic Tiki Podcast. My name is Luke Soin, and my guest today is Jimmy Earll.
Hello. Oh, dude, I don't know. Is this bad to do on camera?
No, I think it's cool. It's what Mark Norman does.
Oh, yeah. Well, I could do this, or I have some eye makeup.
Okay. What's wrong with your eyes?
Shit. Okay.
Why do you need eye makeup?
All right. It's a long story. Humble brag, I opened up for Russell Peters.
Whoa. It's way too early for the name
Humble
dropping.
brag. I know, but I got to tell the story. So I opened for him at the Hard Rock here in Sacramento, Hard Rock Hotel Casino. And I did my set, opened for him, and he got up next. He spent the next 3 minutes right off the bat making fun of the bags under my eyes. So I go, shit, are they that bad? At the end of the evening, he gave me this. It's eye cream that gets rid of the bags. And I think if you want me to try it, I think we can even watch them go away on camera.
What does it do? Is it like inflammation? Like why are there bags?
I think shut up. Oh no, it's because I'm getting old. One.
Is it emotional baggage? Is it just carrying under your eyes for some reason?
I don't know. I think I don't know if it's an Asian thing. Like Asians either look 40 or 90, right? Mm-hmm. That's a thing, I guess. But you can't get rid of these. Like a lot of older Asians get these. Maybe not. I don't know. But
I think it's just an age thing.
Yeah.
You made it racial. I want everyone to know he made it racial. I didn't do that.
All right, you want to see it?
Yeah.
You can actually see it disappearing. Okay, here we go.
I'm actually really curious now that you're selling this. Like, this is a thing.
Well, I'm not going to even product name drop, but anyways, I should have had him autograph this and sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
Okay, so say something, and I'm going to apply it with my phone.
Oh, you want me to talk while you do this?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, so Jimmy's a very funny comedian. I do a backyard show called Corner House Comedy. Next episode is this Friday, so come check it out. He's headlined the show before, and he did really well. It was really fun.
Have you had headliners who haven't done very well?
Yeah.
Really?
A couple times.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird because the show's going well, and then they just don't do that well, and it's like, what's going on? This is so interesting.
You didn't do very well? That's probably not a good thing, right?
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I don't. Because it wasn't a. If it was a couple times, I'd be like, all right, this person sucks. But it was like one time where I'm like, benefit of the doubt. I've heard they're funny, so we'll see. Was
there some alcohol involved, maybe?
Nope. How'd you know it was a he?
Oh shit.
It's just good odds that it'd be a he.
Well, how many times? Because you've been doing this for a while. How long have you been doing it?
When did I move in here? I think I moved in like 2021 or 22. I don't even remember. It's been like 3 years, though. That's kind of crazy to say out loud.
And how many people have done that? Let's not talk about it.
We can't hear you.
Let's not talk about it because I don't want to jinx myself for future.
No.
But how many people didn't do very well in those 3 years?
I mean, there's probably been a couple times where the headliner was okay or not great. Oh, there was another one I just thought of. But it's just, I don't know. I mean, outdoor shows are weird because...
Totally.
You have the, there's no roof. Like comedy, people don't understand this. I was talking to Jake Risley last night about this, that when you produce a show, he does like comedy and produces shows, and he does trivia nights. But when you produce a comedy show, a lot of people don't understand, especially comedians that are just like, I want a show, whatever. They just think you can like throw a show in a bar. You can like, yeah, there's a venue. They said, yes, they're going to pay me. Do I get drink tickets? Like, fucking do it. Like, no, you have to set up like a little section of place. You have to turn all the TVs off. If you can, like the lighting, you want to light the stage, darken the audience. Like low ceiling is better. You want to pack people in close together. People get self-conscious if it's like bright. They don't want to laugh. They feel weird about it. Like, there's all this psychology that goes into setting up a show.
Totally. And how about the comics? You gotta create this arc, this perfect comedy arc.
Yeah, you have to like curate the show. You have to like even just you can book whatever, but it's like if what you have when you have your lineup, you have to set it up like, okay, this person and you don't have to tell them this. You can be like, this person is strong. I'll have them open. Then this person's like, okay, they can kind of dip the show. The next person can bring it back up. Like, you don't just put 2 newbies in a row and kill the show. That sucks for the next guy.
Or you put on 2 monsters and leave 0 energy for the headliner, right? You really got to figure out that arc. See them slowly go away?
Yeah. I think it's working.
Thank you, Russell Peters.
That's weird.
Name drop.
That's cool. How long have you known Russell Peters for?
Shit.
And how did you meet him? I feel like you've probably told me this, but it's been a while, and we're on a podcast now, so you can record it for everybody.
I want to say it was 2008. I was doing a show with Ron Jossel. You know Ron Jossel. He's really good friends with Russell. I think we were in Phoenix, and our show was in Scottsdale. Russell was performing at the Tempe Improv.
Did you still live in Phoenix, or in?
Did I?
Because you lived in Arizona for a while.
I think I was there at the time.
Okay.
After our show, Jossel said, "Let's buzz over the Tempe Improv," and that was the first time I met him. And I don't know if this is true, and I hope Russell doesn't mind. Maybe I shouldn't say this. I'll say it. I'll just say that Ron Jossel said this. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. Okay. I'm not going to say anything.
I mean, no one's going to watch this. We get like 20 views. We're trying. We're going to hope to get more views.
20 views. All right. It was good talking to you, Luke. And no, dude, I'm honored to be here because you know what I appreciate.
I'll have you back when I have a lot of views.
No, it's not that. You know what I appreciate.
But I will.
I appreciate about you is the quality. Anything that you are involved with, there's high quality involved. It's not hokey.
I try.
Yeah.
I think it's important. I hate seeing things that look like there's too much content out there. If something looks or sounds bad, I'm like, click. Like, I can go watch a Netflix show or an Amazon Prime show. Why would I? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're a filmmaker, so anytime I'm involved with you, when it's using your camera, like we were doing some B-roll, right, of JR's special, and I was excited about it because I knew you'd make it so creative and so. Is that the right term, B-roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like an interview, but what's funny is that was like a project we were trying to do, and then it just has fallen through. I
get it. I get that sometimes it doesn't come to fruition, but it was cool. It was just cool. I like this setting because we did it at a comedy club here in Sacramento.
Laughs Unlimited.
Yeah. And I knew that Luke would light it and it would be awesome.
Did I light it or did I just set?
No, but
I positioned you so that the lighting wasn't bad.
Can you roll with me?
Sorry. Yes, and.
I'm trying to
yes,
give
and.
you some friggin' kudos.
He hasn't even taken improv and he knows better than me. Have you taken improv classes ever?
No, I have not.
I took 101 and 201 at a comedy spot.
What does that do? Like that's like, oh, you're climbing a tree. What happens next type of thing, and you have to make it funny. No, I'm not making fun. I'm right. You and your best friend are climbing a tree. Go.
And it's a giant tree. Yeah. Whoa!
Oh shit! Those branches are hitting my nutsack. Shit like that, right?
Oh, do you mean the nutsack on your back because you're a squirrel, or your balls? Yes, and. I mean, yeah, I think it just kind of. It's like taking. I think it's more advantageous to take an improv class if you want to do improv than it is to take a stand-up class if you want to be a comedian, a stand-up comedian, because. Like an improv class, they kind of immerse you in, they make you do it a bunch with like a classmate, so you can kind of get safe and comfortable like with these people you meet in your class, and you meet them for a few weeks or whatever.
I am totally joking. I respect all you improv guys. Anything that helps. Toastmasters, Poetry Slam, improv.
It's also funny to make fun of it.
Yeah. But,
but
I respect all you improv people. Where the hell do I look at? Your dog, the camera, you?
Me, the camera, probably me.
You?
Either way, yeah. We're having a conversation.
All right,
but like,
how are my eyes looking?
They look, it's like, there's still, I think on this one, there's still like a lumpy spot there.
Jesus Christ.
I think you just missed a spot, that's all.
Yeah, God damn it, Luke.
You asked me.
But it's working, is the point.
He sat down and he was like, Luke, I appreciate how honest you are and how you just say things
You missed a spot. It's all gross and wrinkly and gross.
I didn't say that. It's actually the opposite. It's like puffy and smooth.
Okay.
But
I mean, you guys saw at the beginning. I mean, is there improvement, right?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. But no, I just want to say, I think improv is, like, it is very hard. And it's funny to me because I feel like stand-ups always want to shit on improv and be like, that's lame, whatever. And then improvisers are always like, they're more happy and supportive, and they're like, it's so crazy you do that. But what's funny is that both sides are like, I don't know how you do that.
Right.
Because improvisers are like, I don't know how you go up there alone and you don't know what you're gonna say the same thing again. And we're like, how do you go up there? You have to rely on that guy, and you're making it up. But both things are like, if you practice them, then you'll get good at it. It's not really that weird.
Yeah,
you know?
I think they're both equally important because I remember working with some other comics, and their suggestion was pretty high profile. Name drop. Pretty high profile comics, and that was the thing about me is you need to use inflection, you need to use your voice more, and use different moods when you tell a joke. And the day I did it, it was a huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference. Like, for instance, I do a joke, and I go, and this lady at McDonald's was giving me shit. That's the way I used to say it. Now I go, the lady at McDonald's was giving me shit. Like, I mean, it seems over exaggerated, but on stage, I don't know. Maybe I'm delusional, but it works. It's crazy.
You're adding like a performance to it. You're making it more. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that advice from Carlos Mencia and name dropping and Cisco Duran, and that advice was huge for me. Huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever you think about Carlos Mencia, it's like he's definitely a pro. He definitely knows what he's doing. So it's like his advice is very solid and good.
Very solid. And whatever happened.
Yeah.
I wasn't even into comedy back then, but I will place him in the top 5 of all time. Like, it's been 12 years, maybe more, 12, 13 years I've been working with him. I can sit through every set of his because it's such a learning experience. It's the craziest thing. We were in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We had this very racist occurrence at this taco place in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and he brought it on stage. I can't remember the joke verbatim, but he brought it on stage that night, and it was incredible how he did it.
And it just happened that day.
It just
and he
happened.
Had all these tags and jokes for
It
it.
was, it was crazy.
Wow.
So whatever happened, but definitely top 5. So Mencia, Chappelle. I would put Joe Coy, Russell, and who am I missing? Rock, maybe.
Chris Rock, yeah. I feel bad sometimes.
Not in any specific order, but those are definitely the top 5 of all time, at least for me.
No Cosby?
No Cosby. Dude, I
You
know
had to
everyone
remove him?
criticized No Carlin.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just wordplay. No, I mean.
Whoa. Shots fired, George Carlin.
No, I respect. Maybe top 10.
Time to rise up from the grave and get your revenge.
George Carlin, top 10, but not my top 5.
He's not. I don't really like him either.
Really?
I haven't done a deep dive or really tried, but there's been a couple times where I would watch clips online. People are like, he's so good. And I look up a George Carlin clip, and it's just him saying things I agree with. He's not funny. He's just golf courses have too much.
Shot or should.
Yeah. I haven't even seen those. The ones I was.
Dude, I'm making up. Wordplay. I don't know, whatever.
Well, it's also like the stuff I saw was more, I guess it was more recent, but it was very political. And it's just things that I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. But it wasn't funny.
Top 10?
What?
Carlin.
For me?
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even get it. Like, maybe at the time it was like, wow, he's saying that. But I don't, it wasn't jokes to me. Maybe I need to watch, like, hey, if you're watching this and you're like, what's wrong with you? Send me a link to something to watch.
Don't be so sensitive. If you love
Yeah.
If you love him, great. But
I don't hate him or anything. I'm like, I don't understand the hype. But there's a lot of things I missed growing up. Like, I don't get Steve Martin. I'm like, 'Cause he was like a comment on stand-up at the time, and he was different. So I get,
different.
I get why he was so popular, but when I've seen it or heard it, I'm like, this is okay.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
That's all we had though back then. It was him.
But you had like Pryor, and Pryor's funny. He holds up.
No, definitely
in that
Pryor,
way,
him. But back in the 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
Who are your top 5 then?
My top 5. It's all like more recent people, but I would say like Chappelle, Bill Burr.
Bill Burr's top 10 for me, definitely.
I think maybe like Mark Normand. I love Norman Gillis, like Shane Gillis, Sam Morril, Joe List. I love those guys so much.
Sounds like my kid's top 5. But
Yeah.
is it? Wait. So say people like Joe Coy Russell.
I didn't grow
it
up
too
or
much?
see them a lot, but I like them. I don't think they're bad. I think they're amazing. I mean, obviously the achievements of how they sell out shows is insane.
Right.
But I've seen Joe Coy. I met him once. Name drop.
Could it? Yeah. No. That's awesome. Could it be that other comics maybe are not copying, but have a little bit of their essence,
Sure.
and you've just seen a lot of it? Maybe that's what I think.
I don't know if those guys that I just named have the essence of like Coy, know, but yeah, I think like Sam Morril is clearly a Dave Attell baby. Like if Dave Attell had comedy children, Sam Morril's like an evolution of that, and I think he would say that.
So he's like one of those machine gun type guys like Attell, right?
Yeah.
That style is amazing.
Attell is on my top 5 probably.
Oh, really?
I saw him once at Punchline, and he was so amazing.
It's like constant. He doesn't usually. They teach us. You hear to give the crowd a break. Sometimes
Yeah.
freaking Attell, just constant. He may like give a break because he's scratching his nuts, but that guy is constant. He's so good.
He's almost like, and then he'll apologize for a joke that just murdered. He'll be like, "That was terrible." Anyways, you know, and then he'll say something else. Like it just, yeah.
Damn, should Attell be in my top 5? Okay, he's probably 6. And the reason why Joe and Russell are on my top 5.
They're so good. They are super talented. Like they're hilarious.
But I should also say that it was because of them back in 2008 that I started this.
Yeah.
They were a big influence, probably. But man, Burr and Attell, that's a toughie because
Burr's like he's still good. I didn't see the new special yet, but every time he puts out something new, it's still so good. He always has the best sound bites. Like if he gets interviewed on a red carpet or something. Like there was one recently, I can't remember what it was, but some lady was asking about something political. He's like, "What are you doing? You're asking me? I'm an idiot. I'm a comedian. Shut the fuck up." Like he was just. He's like, you're dumb. You're the news guy. You should fucking know this. What are you why are you coming to me? We're here for my show. I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
it's awesome. Yeah,
he just always has the right take, and he's always funny, and he's humble.
It's so funny. Like someone who started 2008 versus when did you start?
2011.
2011, and then my kid started 2 years ago, and his top 5 are just. I know for sure it's Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
And I know he's a big Kill Tony guy. Did you start where you're a 2011. Are you a Kill Tony guy?
I
see. That's how I am.
I think it's cool. Like it's definitely interesting of a show, but I just don't get. It's so long, and sometimes I think for me the problem was I tried to get into it, but because it's basically an open mic, I'm like I don't want to hear a bunch of terrible jokes.
Right.
I don't know what it is. There's something about it where I'm like, I do this.
Mic
I don't know.
Roast / right.
I like the roasty part, but then I want to see it. So then it's like, and then now at this point, it's probably like I could get into it, but I have too many shows and podcasts and whatever that I listen to. Like, I have YouTube Plus or whatever where you can download to your phone, and I have like 30, 40 videos at a time. It's like your mom's house. You made it weird. Tuesdays with stories. We might be drunk. Like. I don't know, just all these things that I'm trying to catch up on, and then I find new stuff. I found this channel I've been mentioning lately called Red Letter Media, where they do like movie stuff a lot, and they're super funny. And so like I've been just binging them because they've been doing videos since like 2005 or 7 or something like that.
Check it out. You've always done a deep dive into comedy. I'm kind of superficial. How are my eyes?
It's great.
Serious?
Are you crying on this one though? There's like wet.
No, I'm not crying.
What?
Because of the top 5. I'm emotional. Dick. I'm not crying.
He's remembering all the good times he had.
It's just interesting because my kid is so kill Tony, and we recently went to
How many
Austin.
less times you'll have because you're older? I'm just kidding.
Damn.
No,
No, but
I wasn't gonna say it. Well,
I
it's funny.
went with him to Austin to experience this kill Tony.
Oh yeah. Oh, you went to one.
Well, long story. He had tickets. Supposedly had tickets. Yoshi, very funny comic.
Another name drop.
Yeah. He got us kind of into this other club, Cave and Creek, I think it was called.
Creek in the Cave.
Yeah, thank you. And all these Kill Tony guys were there, and my kid and his buddy were just jizzing. That's so-and-so. That's Rick Diaz. That's the... So it was really cool to see a genre that my kid was really into, where I was just sitting down, just whatever.
It's like you grew up with Chuck Berry and you're at a
Okay.
Rancid show or something.
Chuck Berry, really?
No, it's like I didn't say you did. You grew up with Rancid, right?
Chuck fucking
Wait, is
Berry.
Rancid's like 90s or
That's
what?
I grew up with.
Tears. Oh, 80s. You're an 80s guy.
Yeah. That's my latest thing on stage. I'm wearing 80s band.
Those are good
T-shirts.
shirts. They're like fun. They have cool designs, and
Yeah.
it's like if you like the band, it's fun to show it off. I'm just wearing like I got this at
Is that
at Laughs
wrestling?
Unlimited.
That's a wrestling thing?
No, it's like Broken Drift. It was the Sacktown Comedy Get Down. They gave us free
It's a
shirts.
cool shirt, though.
It is like it's a cool design.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And your dog's on your nutsack. Is that cool? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
This is what he does. He always wants to sit on someone's lap.
Okay, before we go on. So, this, okay, you saw the way they started, or this. Is this
Yeah.
better?
Well, now you look like you're here to kill me.
All right. Let's put this down. There we go.
Like I angered the Filipino president, and he sent his brightest assassin, his most experienced.
It's a little dart.
If you were wearing a suit, like I'd be scared of you.
We do shit like that in the Philippines. We
Yeah. Yeah.
invented the yo-yo as a weapon.
Really?
Yeah, and it
That's pretty
became a
cool.
toy.
Why is there not like a movie? Like they need a
Yo-yo
yo-yo assassin.
assassin.
Yeah.
There we go. Your next movie.
Yeah. I need to start. I feel like I need to write, like have a portfolio of scripts. Because my friends and I just we did this thing called the Napa Valley Stream Festival. So I'm not, like every time I've applied for a festival for comedy, right, I never get in. Like I've only gotten into like local Sacramento, the Get Down, the Comedy Get Down, or Comedy Spot when they have stuff. I never get in anything, so I'm just like I don't even think like I should submit. But Britt, who's in our trailer, she's playing the succubus. She submitted to this thing, and we got in
Nice.
with the trailer. So they had this like proof of concept category. Go get it. They had this proof of concept category where it was sort of like projects that aren't a thing yet, but need help or vision or like eyes on them. So we got in, and then it was really cool. They like this last weekend we were there for like I was there for like 4 days in a row, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And on Friday they showed it at like 3:30 in the beginning of this one content block, and it killed. Like everybody laughed, like
Nice.
and in the right spots, right? It wasn't like, oh, they're laughing at the wrong thing, you know, like they were laughing at the trailer where the jokes were. Like Ellis punches that, like you've seen it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when he turns and punches Joey in the face,
Yeah.
and he's like, I'm from Stockton, it's a reflex. Like, it got a big laugh. And then just all the other stuff, like when Britt gets punched later, because you see him punch Joey, it's like, oh, no, if you see the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. But it was just cool. It was super validating because it's like we've been working on this for 2 years. We filmed this 2 years ago. Like, I wrote a script last year. I don't know I don't know. You don't get feedback. With stand-up, you go up on stage, you're like,
Right.
okay, this is funny. I'm doing good. I don't know what's going on. So
And that's just a trailer, so that's great.
yeah, there's so many jokes that have been added that I think are hilarious that as long as we keep doing what we did for the trailer, we'll be able to, like, it'll be a good movie. It's just we need money.
Well, look at what's a good example? Napoleon Dynamite, right?
$400,000 budget,
$400,000
$40 million box office.
Was it a school project or something?
I don't know about that.
Were they at a
Maybe.
school? Anyways,
It
that's
was
so
set in a
inspiring.
school, a high school. There's a lot of high school stuff.
Yeah, without that story is inspiring.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I put that. I made a pitch deck, and there's a page that I added that's like comps. So I put that one on there, even though it's from 2004 or 5. It's still
Nice.
It's still relevant, you know.
The only thing about my thing with Luke, he's just so pulled in so many directions. You know?
I'm thinking about that a lot because it's hard because there's things I need to do because I want to try to make money. But there's things I want to do, and
you
like
want to do stand up. You want to be a filmmaker. You're a kind of a producer for other comics and their filming, right? You
kind of, yeah. I probably should have more clients or whatever, but I can't. Like even Dr. Brady was asking me to do clips, and I was like, it'd be cool to make more money, but then that's another thing I'm going to do to take me away from the stuff I'm trying to get done. So I'm like, I don't know.
So wait, so you just film them and give them the raw footage?
Yeah, so far. Yeah.
I think you should. I think that investment of doing his clips, this is probably more of a personal conversation. But
no one watches this.
You should do his clips, bro.
We'll see. I don't know. Because right now what I'm working on, I work on JR's stuff. I do my backyard show once a month. I do this podcast. I'm trying to make a movie with my friends. I do my own stand-up. I have a family. I have a girlfriend. I have a dog. I don't know. It's just so many things.
Investing your time. Gosh, how do I say this on the camera? There's other projects that you were involved with that weren't, in my opinion, a good use of your time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say. But
I want to know what they are now. Are you talking about my girlfriend?
No. Your last tour. So what I'm talking about, I think Brady.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but I'm not doing that anymore. That was like a one-off.
But what I'm saying is, Brady, I think, is a good investment in time.
Oh yeah, I've only done 2 shows with him so far, but
yeah, but
he's great.
But just talking to him, I know this is the path he wants to go.
Yeah.
So I think him and JR are totally. Anyways, whatever it's worth.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. It's just like balancing all the stuff. Because also, I didn't even include this one. I'm filming stand-up specials sometimes. So I filmed this guy, Sal Kalani, my friend Vin and I filmed his special at the SF Punch. And I'm trying to edit that and finish the cuts and all that, whatever.
Does that feel good? It's on your nutsack?
He's kind of missing it.
Oh, okay.
He's like superficially
Just
on
wondering.
top. It's okay. Don't worry. I'll let you know if my nutsack is being oppressed. Yeah, if it's hurting, I'll let you know. You're a dentist, so I know you can help me with that. I like how you're so scared to merge. Brady's out there like he's filming videos in his office. You're like, I'm not the same. We're 2 people.
Yeah, it's.
Do you not want me to talk about it?
No, but you know the other dentist also uses a stage name, right? I think he's kind of.
But Brady doesn't.
I know he doesn't.
Yeah.
But I think whatever. Mm-hmm. So the reason why I'm sensitive is we have to answer to a board, a state board.
Yeah.
And
Washington they're not as strict there.
I don't know what's going on over there, but yeah, that's the reason. Anyways, you have to respect the state board, and I don't know.
Maybe he's hoping to lose his license or whatever, so that he has to go and stand up full time. You know,
right?
That's his dream. So he's like, "Well, sorry, honey, I have to go on the road." And she's like, "What?" You know,
no, but
his wife.
It's less the risk. The risk of practicing is just enormous. The stress.
Yeah.
So falling back on something like this that can give you a great income, I would do it in a heartbeat. I still love dentistry. That's why it's never been really a big goal to make it to Hollywood. I kind of like doing dentistry and also doing this on the weekends. Met great people.
Yeah.
You know, and anyways, so I've never really wanted to get to that level. Am I making excuses? Maybe. But it makes sense now that my kid got into it, and it made sense. Why have I been doing this whole time and not really striving to go to Hollywood or do anything crazy like that? Now it makes sense because I think I'm just here to kind of open doors for my kid.
You're like a shepherd or you're a
like
wise Jedi master. You train.
I like the biblical. You're going more biblical. A shepherd of man.
Oh, you want? Yeah. I was gonna go Star Wars. I was gonna say you're like You have like Padawans, like you had JR, Diego.
Hey.
Me
Those guys
a little
were
bit.
talented. Yeah, I
Not-
can't claim those guys, but
Yeah.
I think my kid more. I didn't really mess around with Diego. We're talking about Diego Curiel and JR de Guzman. I didn't really mess around with their material. They were just talented right off the bat.
But you helped, like you guys, you like ran shows and you put them on the shows. You like mentored them, like helped them probably, you know, like.
I mean, mentor. If you mean by treat staff not or well.
A lot of comedians need to hear those.
Dick.
Maybe they didn't need to hear that because they're good kids, you know. But
Yeah.
they're like, a lot of comedians don't understand these things.
I guess I did, but those guys did it on their own with their talent. JR has this. JR de Guzman has this trifecta: good looking, great voice, and funny.
Yeah.
Right. I mean that trifecta you get.
And he's super easy to get along with.
Totally,
I mean, because
totally.
some of that thing of making it in Hollywood or whatever you want to call it, like show business, a lot of it's about, are you easy to work with?
Right.
What time is it
So
now?
Luke, here's the deal.
Here's the deal, man.
To be the greatest filmmaker or the greatest stand-up comic, what the hell can you cut out of your? That's a
My
good topic.
life.
Yes. Okay.
Honestly-
let me throw this out here.
Okay.
And as a friend, I
Throw it
think you
out
need
there.
to know this.
Okay.
Is the backyard show necessary?
What?
With all the things you do. That's all I'm saying.
But it's so fun.
Of course it's fun. Getting your
Actually, it is
balls
necessary.
tickled by your dog, that's fun. But is it necessary?
Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine?
There you go.
No, but it's sterile. I like the taste.
I know it's fun.
Have you ever seen Dodgeball?
Yes. I know it's fun, Luke, but how about if you want to keep doing it, get a flunky.
What do you mean a flunky?
Get a comic to run the shit for you.
Well, I hire a host.
And get him no, but not just a host per show, but someone in charge of your backyard show.
That's tough, though. You want me to find a comedian who's responsible?
A responsible young comedian who wants
They don't just grow those on trees, Jimmy.
quality stage time. So that's like maybe the first year and a half of a comic's tenure in the comedy world, and you should take advantage of that. Frees you up.
Well, I have a lot of thoughts about this. I think one of the things is I'm very hands-on with the thing I'm doing. It's hard for me to let go and trust someone to keep the quality up, right? Like you said it earlier. I think people, I'm really proud of like the curation of the list, like, or the booking I do. I try to book, like I get a good headliner who's going to be funny. I have like a strong lineup of comics. I try to throw in one or two newer people.
Right.
I try to be diverse as much as possible because I don't want to be like, it's all dudes all the time,
Right.
you know. Sometimes that happens because there's just not enough female comics. It's not something I did. It's not something, it's just how the world is. Women just typically don't do comedy as much as men do for whatever reason. It just is how it is. So I'm lucky if I have 2 or 3 women on a lineup, let alone one. But this next show, the headliner is Shay Bell, very funny comedian from the Bay Area. She is amazing. We've had her on twice.
It's a fun show, guys. So if you're around.
But I think as far as...
And it's getting warmer.
Yeah. This will be May. May, June are probably the 2 best shows. April. Anyways, I think the show's necessary for me because it's one of the best times for me to work on stuff. The problem is I don't always set up myself to have a new bit to work out. But...
he says that, but I get producing. He's probably producing.
Yeah.
And he's not even worried about his stand-up at this point. He just wants to put on a good show.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like I feel good about contributing a good show to the scene, and I want to be known as like someone who has that because it feels like that's my way of staying relevant in the scene is I run a show that people like to be
Fair
on.
enough.
That the people who come to the show rely on as like it's fun. Like I don't have to, I just pay them and I show up and I can bring my own drinks and whatever, you know.
Right.
It's like an easy, people walk here from around the neighborhood. Like I need to do it later today. I put up flyers. Like I have a lemonade stand and I put up all over the neighborhood.
When I did it, we had some devout backyard fans that came from Elk Grove.
I have people that come from Woodland to almost every show.
Maybe it was Woodland dude, but his little group, they were great. They were just great to perform.
Yeah. Something about Woodland.
Was it Woodland or Elk Grove? I think it was the Woodland. You know the guys in the Halloween one? They were dressed up over here. Cheech and Chong.
Oh, yeah, that's
They're
Woodland.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait, you know
Elk
those people
Grove.
too?
No, they were just great.
Oh,
when I was
yeah.
doing
No,
the
those
show.
are my regulars. Like for some reason
So good.
I don't know which one of them came first, but they all started coming, and then it's actually I don't know if like this is fine, I think, but there was some kind of rift in the group, and it was awkward last time because like the two different people that were fighting came, and I was like watching it, and I was like, I didn't know, I'm sorry, and now I'm like, I don't know what to do about it.
So Cheech is mad at Chong?
Maybe.
Something like that?
I don't know. I don't want to be too specific. I'm not going to cut more stuff, Jimmy.
That
But
part's funny. I think you'd leave that in.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, like what one of them did to the other one, but I'm hoping they work it out because I feel like they're all good people so far. I've been to one of their houses to play poker twice now. You know.
Oh shit! Very
so,
cool.
Yeah, I felt like they've come to my show so many times. I have to
Do
visit
something.
them.
That is hilarious. Yeah.
But I did have fun. I'm not just going like it's a good time. I got second place like twice now, I think. Both
Dude,
times.
What's so funny when you say that is Calen and I have this discussion that we have to do. Calen's like, do I have to go to a swinger party to keep these fans?
What?
You might have to edit that part out.
Oh, God damn it. What is this? Well, now I want to know. I'm like,
No, I off camera. It's
Okay.
just, the fans you build up in certain. This one is not. This is actually two different markets that Calen has kind of hooked up his fans with swingers in two different cities. And it's funny because
so
after
wait,
the show, they invite him.
are we cutting this or are we keeping this?
I think you can keep this. They invite him. He's dead ass tired. And I think you can keep this. He's dead ass tired, but because the fans are so great, he will go. And so he doesn't get back to the hotel till like 5 a.m. But
So he goes to an orgy after the show?
It's not an orgy, but he will.
I know who my next guest is. It's Calen.
You know
G.
what? I was gonna. I asked him to come, but he's working right now.
Oh, it's okay. I will have him on an episode like I want to. So
Yeah. So
Wait,
you could
so
ask him. You could ask him about it.
so he's single. He's
The
out
story
there.
goes, I don't know what happens at these get-togethers, but he is dead tired because it's after the show. This was a 10 o'clock
Well, you have to
show.
wear a mask and it's heavy.
Oh, you
so
have to wear a mask?
yeah, it's like eyes wide shut. Is it like that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
You ever see that movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, you can ask him about it. But my point being is, it's kind of like your poker game. He would love to come back to the hotel and just go to sleep because he's so tired.
Sure.
But he will go to that event, and it goes for 2-3 hours, and then
Pop a
Anyways.
couple Viagra's.
I don't. He's young. He doesn't need it.
You're like a cool dad because you're
Calen,
just
I'm
like
so sorry. No, no, I'm not a cool dad.
my dad would be like we didn't talk up until he died because he was like mad at me for having a girl over. Like he was all religious and weird. So it's just refreshing that you're like a normal dad, let's say.
He's 26.
No, I know. That's what you're supposed to say.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be like, the Lord is going to smite you for having sex with a woman.
Well, I think part of it though is I trust both my boys,
Yeah.
with their decisions, and if
They're good kids.
I don't know if he would just willy-nilly just whip out his dong and whatever. Shit, my kid's gonna be so mad at me.
This is staying in.
Wait, is this interview going better than Angel?
Oh, everything is
Just
better
joking.
than what
Just-
Angel does.
Just joking, Angel Castro. I gotta see the whole episode. I just saw the clips.
That episode was fun. That was a good one.
Mine's better though. I was trying.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yes.
We've got name drops in this one.
Angel.
Do you think
is-
Angel knows Russell Peters? No.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anyone. Angel.
Did a Joe Coy drop? Did you actually you performed that night, right?
Yeah.
So
I did a guest set. That was when I was still on guest set duty. Like I wasn't quite hosting yet. But I remember I knew he was coming. So I drove all day to San Diego to do that week it wasn't a weekend, it was a week.
Weeknight.
It was like 6 days of shows in a row.
Oh shit.
Because JR sold out. He sold out like 7 or 8. He was going to pick up one more show and set a record that I think it was Russell Peters' record. He was going to break it. And he was like, nah, I don't, I think I'm good.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, that's the thing. That's that thing. JR will be like, no, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to overdo it.
Sure.
But I would have been like, let's do it. Let's break the record. But anyways, I remember getting there and he told me like, yeah, so Joe's coming to the show. And I was like, what? So then I was up there doing my guest set after the host, Natasha, and the green room. Have you been to American Comedy Company?
Yep.
So they have this weird setup when you go. It's like a cool downstairs one where it's like down and the stage is in the corner, and then if you're facing the stage to the left, there's like this little like wall, and behind it is like this bookcase, and if you open, it's like a secret door that goes to the green room.
Right.
And so I'm up there and I just see like the green room door kind of like open and their light comes out and I see it close and I'm like, oh, that's Joe Coy. Like I knew he was there and he was walking in. So it was just crazy to be like, I'm on stage while he's walking through the show. I don't know if he liked anything. I was up there for 5 minutes. But then I got off stage and I went in the green room and he's just sitting there. And I'm like, hi, Mr. Coy. Like, and it's funny because I wasn't like a huge fan or anything. Like I knew of him, but I didn't grow up watching him. I didn't like see all his specials. Right. But it was still cool to meet him. And then later I watched everything and he is really, really funny. Like I appreciate it. Like he's hilarious. But he was super nice. I thought this was funny. Like I ordered nachos at the club, so I was like eating them. But the green room is like there's only so many seats, right. And he was there, and he brought a friend, and like Irene too was there, Natasha Collier. So it was like the room was kind of full of people, and I was sitting in this little chair by the bathroom door, just like holding my tray, eating nachos. Yeah. And he had to go to the bathroom at one point because the bathroom was like right here. So he stood up and he was like, look at this guy. He's so cute with his nachos. And then he just went in the bathroom and I was like, I don't know. It's just funny because he was making fun of me and my cute little nachos.
Okay, we're name dropping. So when I opened, what's that opening? Yeah, I was on a show with him. So it wasn't a drop in, but he, and that's, again, it was because of him and Russell. I started this, I started doing stand-up, so when I was on this show with him, gosh, Brea, I think it was a Brea Improv.
Oh, yeah.
He comes in, I'm going, oh, my God, honored to be on the show with you, Joe, appreciate it. And then he goes, I'll be opening up for you one day. Thank you. No, that was really cool. That's how cool, like,
he is cool. Like, he says things like that. He's not, right. I don't know, we hung out with him after the show a little bit, and people would come up to him and be like, oh my God, it's you. And he's like, yeah, you want to take a picture? Like he would suggest it. And he was I've never seen this before. He would like pull the phone out, do the photo app, and he would perfectly line up a photo and take it. That's what my
kid does. He says 0.5 is the better angle.
Oh yeah. But he'll also he holds it like this way, like you can't see yourself.
Right.
That's and he knows exactly where to put it and take the good picture, and then you look at it and you're like, wow, that's a really good picture.
Because Calen says doing it that way, it's hard to miss the shot.
Yeah. Oh. And you can crop it afterwards.
Yeah. So you knew that. I don't know, explaining to him.
Oh, no, but I don't even know if he was doing that. I just was impressed that, because, I always, if I take a selfie with someone, I usually just do the one with the screen, which is less quality, but it's like you can make sure you're in the shot. Because I've done this before and I fuck it up, or your finger gets in the way.
I do too.
But he has it like so down, and it wasn't douchey. It was just like he just does this. It was almost like being really professional on stage. Like he just knows how to take a photo with a fan, and he wasn't like, get the fuck out of my face.
Right.
He was just cool. It was nice.
It's that 0.5, right? That there's no way you're gonna miss the selfie.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
That's what my kid says. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, that was my Joe experience. That was cool, and he wasn't being sarcastic or aloof. I mean, it seemed sincere to me, so that was really cool. Yeah. And this was 2008. I just started stand-up.
Yeah.
So that was just such a cool moment for me. Anyways.
Yeah. Did you do other shows with him after that?
No, that was the only one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was the only one.
With Russell, like you met him, but you met him just at his show. So like, how did you end up doing shows with him after that?
God, I was just from that encounter. I think Yoshi invited me to San Jose years ago, just to hang out. You kind of know. You just to be helpful to other comics. When you're in a situation like that, you just just sit in the corner, just say hi, be nice to everyone. You just don't want to be in the headliner's face 24/7. I know a lot of you aren't, but if there's anything that I can share with you, then, I did that maybe about 3 times. And then the next thing you know, he's asking me to do a guest set. And then all of a sudden you're opening for him at a big theater. So I think it's all about just being cool and not doing, hey, what'd you think of this? What'd you think of that? Hey, I got a tag for your joke. I mean, it's just overwhelming. And, guys like that, they hear it from everyone. So I think it's just important to just take it, right? Take it in.
100%.
And not being a big pain in the ass.
That's like a skill to have, is just being cool around someone who's like a thing.
Because I understand, because a newer comic, I mean, you're thinking, I'm never going to be in this situation ever again.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it is the only time, I think it's still worth it to just kind of be cool.
Well, because the truth is, if you keep doing comedy, you will be. So that's why you shouldn't freak out. It's like you'll be in the next, and then at some point when you least expect it, or whatever, you'll do a set, and then they'll be like, "Great job," and you'll be like, "Whoa, no way, you know." And it might not be the same guy or whatever, but you always just want to be chill, like hang out, don't be annoying. Don't be quiet and weird, but just don't be thirsty and creepy. It's like talking to a girl.
Different comics have different crowds. Like Russell, it's always a zoo in his green room.
Like an entourage and friends.
Friends coming in. So it's easy to create conversation with other people and not bug the headliner. But you're going to have a situation where it's just you and him, maybe 2 others.
Yeah.
So you got to be really cool with the conversation too. Like he's saying, you don't want to be awkward.
Yeah.
But I think a really good example was George Wallace. And this was a big deal for me because not my top 5, but he was a special
You hear that, George?
But Cheryl, the soccer mom, and I were opening for him, Tommy T's in Rancho Cordova. And
rest in peace, Tommy T's in Rancho.
Yes, rest in peace. But I was so excited, but I was just trying to be so cool. And by being cool, you get to hang out in the room.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so Cheryl and I are hanging out. George Wallace is at the table in the green room, just on his cell phone, giggling like a schoolgirl with a legal pad, and he's writing shit down. And Cheryl and I go, wow, I wonder who that is. And then he hangs up and he goes, yeah, that was Jerry Seinfeld. Did we always have a writing session every day?
What?
And just to be in that moment was just so cool, and he felt comfortable enough to share that story with us. I'm sure if we were douchebags, that he probably wouldn't have spent time talking to us about what just happened. And I thought that was really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Because even then, it's cool you're in the room with George Wallace and working with him, but also you're like almost in the room with Jerry Seinfeld.
Almost. How cool would that have been? But it was just so cool to hear that organic conversation and giggling.
Yeah.
Writing. It was just a cool moment in this comedy journey.
Yeah.
Well, Cheryl, soccer mom. Do you remember that? Hopefully you do.
Yeah. Comment below, Cheryl.
Cheryl, you one of the 6 viewers.
Yes. Are you one of the 20 people that might watch us? Yeah. At the Stream Festival this last weekend, Jason Segel was there for 2 or 3 hours.
Damn.
It sucked because also one of the Duplass brothers, which not a lot of people who know who they are, but they've done a lot of stuff. Like Mark Duplass is in movies and TV. He was in The League. Did you ever watch The League?
Yeah, dude, that's
the main guy, like the main straight man kind of character. Yeah. That's Mark Duplass. His brother directed a movie that they premiered, the West Coast premiere on Friday night. So they were there, or not Mark, but Jay was there, and it was like I knew who he was, but I didn't go up and bother him at all. I just was like, cool. It's cool that he's there. If I meet up with it, if I talk to him, if I bump into him, cool. But I'm not gonna go sit at their table and be like, "Hi, I'm a filmmaker. Tell me how to do this." I didn't want to do any of that. So I don't know. It's just I was applying that lesson, even though I didn't get to interact with anybody. But even when Jason Segel was there, it's there was sort of this red carpet thing on the side of the theater, in the alley, sort of. They had this overhang and closed off section, and he was in front of the thing taking a million photos. and I was just like, this is so cool, but also I wasn't like, and I was talking to people, so I was trying to be in the moment and present with them and not stare at Jason Segel or whatever. I was like, I don't know, it's just, you just have to do that stuff.
My kid is like, what was it? He was in Maine. And this is so funny because I'm so proud of him. He was in Maine with Carlos. They were at a coffee shop. And my kid goes to Carlos. When you were at the comedy store, did you hang out with Chris D'Elia a lot? And he goes, oh, yeah, I know him. Hung out. And he goes, he's over there at the counter right now. So, yeah, it was really weird. Chris D'Elia was there. Like, I would have gone, oh, my God.
Was he with a 14-year-old girl?
See, now you're going to have to look at the time. You're going to have to delete that. But
I have to delete that.
Yeah. My point was, I go, did you take a picture? I go, nah, Dad, I don't want to be that guy. And I was so proud of him that he said that, So I think it's important to know that lesson, young comics, because I'm not going to mention what market, but it rhymes with Albuquerque. And this guy who was featuring, and the production company hired this guy, and I emceed, which is fine. Anyways, this guy comes off stage and he goes right straight to Carlos. Hey, what'd you think? What'd you think? What'd you think? And I'm like, oh, dude, stop.
Drink some water because you're thirsty right now.
It was just so awkward.
Yeah.
I actually walked out. And I left him with a guy, and he was going to be just a weird. And once I heard, as I was leaving the room, I heard this. Carlos went, yeah, and I go, oh, shit, and that's all he said to him, I believe. But anyways, the whole weekend was just kind of weird with this guy, but
it happens, yeah.
Yeah, it happens. So just don't be that guy, is what I'm trying to say.
Don't be that guy, yeah. We're about at an hour, but we have to cut 10 minutes, but that's fine. But so I forgot to tell you this, but if you want, because we like to meet up and write sometimes.
Sure.
The one segment I like to do is try to write a joke or a couple or something.
Okay.
So we could go, like, if you have a bit, you go first, have a bit, and we can like try to write a little bit, riff, like we would normally do.
Which one? I was talking to Calen about this one. So this is just a premise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what made me think of it, but when you're teenager, so you're what, 20, say 18 to your mid-20s, you're trying to get laid without being rapey, right? You say things.
Well, if you go to a swinger party afterwards, it's pretty easy.
It's not me. Okay. So what I'm saying is, you do whatever it takes. You watch Hallmark Channel, the Christmas marathon or whatever.
To be more sensitive? Oh, sorry.
No, you just sit through that with the woman you're dating.
Okay, yeah.
You'll do whatever,
mm-hmm.
right? If you marry that woman and you've been married 20, 30 years and you have erectile dysfunction, you avoid, right? Because it's a whole thing. You got to take the pill. You got to wait 45 minutes. You got to be da-da-da. But the woman, she's ready to go, right? So roles are now reversed where she will do what it takes to get laid. Like, I'll just hold her hand because, I don't know, I want to hold her hand after we get in the car. And that holding of hands turns into, are you in the mood? Are we going to fuck when you get home? No, I'm just holding your hand. I don't want to have to take a pill and wait. So it's a whole production. The funny part, I think, from that premise is just the reversal.
Yeah.
After, and I'm trying to figure out how to make it funny.
I like it. It's super not fair too that it's like they have no. It's not like their pussy's dry all the time when they're older. They're just always still ready to go. They could just and
the problem is it's a production now. It's a production now for the male.
It's like a launch window, like Cape Canaveral. Like the storm is coming. Like we can't. We have the fuel. It's all fueled up, but there's clouds or wind.
Sometimes you're just not ready for a launch. You're not in the mood for a launch.
Yeah, right. There's it's a cloudy day.
Because when you take those pills, you get congestion.
Oh, you do?
Sometimes you get headaches.
I've never taken one. I'm lucky I haven't had to.
Okay, calm down.
Yeah. I'm sure it's coming. I'm waiting.
Everyone calm down.
My birthday is on Monday, and I'm going to be older, and I know it's coming. Like in the next few years, I'm almost
Your
40.
relationship is so new that...
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get congestion. Your nose starts running. That's so weird. Sometimes you get headaches. And Jesus, you're like, ugh, do I want to go through that? Now my nose is going to be all stuffy. So that's the deal. And you just touched her thigh, just to say, hey, how was your day? Now I got to take a pill and get raring to go. I think
like
that's the joke.
Outer
There's
thigh,
something in
right?
there.
Not because inner thigh is pretty suggestive.
When you're married so many years, you don't know what part of the thigh, and you just touch the thigh, and all of a sudden, oh shit, I got to take a pill. See, he's laughing, so that might be a good joke.
It's there. Are you mentioning birth control? Because it's like she used to take a pill. Because you know what? Because the thing is like, so women always complain about taking the pill. They're like, oh, there's no male pill. There should be a men's pill.
That's funny.
But the reality is the pill is it's a temporal issue. It's time related.
Yeah, it's
so
common.
like men have to take a pill when we get older. Women don't, because
Right.
women go through menopause or they get their tubes tied. Then they don't take a pill anymore.
Yep.
But then men have to start taking a pill to have
That's a good
sex.
angle. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to connect that. Okay, it's a keeper though, right, Luke?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very relatable, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know from personal experience yet, but I will.
What's funny about that whole thing is there was a time, I can't believe I'm telling you this, there was a time where it was
when you used to go to the swinger party.
6 to 8 months.
Some of the same people go, so your son might be your Eskimo brother pretty
I never
soon.
got invited. That kind of hurt my feelings. But anyways, 6 to 8 months, I just dealt
He
with
comes
it.
home, he's like, do you know someone named Edna?
Age again. Edna. It couldn't be like Skylar or...
Skylar. There's no way you've had sex with a Skylar. I'm sorry.
Damn. That's a good joke right there. That's a good premise.
You could be like, you could do a joke where you're just sad, like, I'll never have sex with a Skylar.
So it was 6 to 8 months, and I could not get it hard. Talked to my doctor, and she gave me you heard about Viagra, but I just don't want to deal with it. But she gave me a sample of Cialis, and so I got the sample, and it was game fucking on. I mean, I was back. I ran out, and I don't know, something was up with the insurance. Where
Did you knock anyone over with your boner on the way out?
No, I didn't have the,
He's
I didn't have
running,
the
it's
4
just
hour.
like-
I didn't have the 4 hour boner.
Okay.
But so I ran out, and I go, oh shit! Now I have the same trouble again, and I go, I gotta get a refill. So
because
I'm
that was
getting
a free
refill.
sample?
Yeah, it was a free sample,
Uh-huh.
and my wife's like, sweetie, there's more to a successful marriage, a great marriage, than just the sex. I go, shut the fuck up. Anyways, I go to the pharmacy. I get a script from the doctor. She doesn't know that I have insurance or not, so I turn it in. I go, I don't care. I'll pay for it.
I'm a dentist. I can afford this.
I can afford it. So the pharmacist says, okay, I'll fill this in. It'll be $873.
Whoa.
Bitch, there's more to successful marriage than just sex. You know that, right? So I don't know. I was thinking of putting that joke in there too.
Like it's the part of it is your job and stuff, like the
Money,
success.
$800 for pills. I'm Filipino. Immigrant parents. Yeah, we're not going to pay that much for pills. 800?
No, that's insane. Mark Cuban has this business. I was hearing him talk about it on a podcast. It's like some pill medicine website, and he makes everything like super affordable. I don't know what you have to sign up for or what, but it was like it's not $800 like those things.
Well, since then it's come down obviously, but this was early in the ED.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a while back.
Was it back when they had that creepy commercial with that dude who was always
Yes.
smiling?
Yes.
And they had the
Yeah. The lady in the blue dress, all that shit.
Uh-huh.
That was the time. Anyways.
yeah. Wow.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I hope that maybe the pill thing helps you with that joke.
Oh, that's good though. I like that.
Yeah, because it's like
one day.
well, and it's like I think you have to emphasize like women always complain because it is like such a thing of like there's no male birth control pill, and it's like no, but we have to deal with the hard thing later. So it's like it's just you're not appreciating now that when we're with you later, we'll be taking a pill to satisfy you.
The punchline might be your wife turning around and saying, do you remember when? Type of thing, right? You remember when I had to take the pill?
Yeah.
And you didn't give a shit or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It'd be funny, too, if you had, like, the same little... Like, you know how they have the little box that's, like, a monthly...
Yeah.
Or it's like it's almost like a calendar thing, and they punch it out, like...
Looks like a circular calendar or a calculator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, is there something like, you know, old people have the little Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday... Like, you have the... It's just like one blue pill.
That. Yeah, thanks.
You have one?
Yeah.
You just add it in, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I'm taking men's... What is it? What's like... I'm taking a Centrum and a... What's the vitamin one? Is that a vitamin pill?
Yeah, for golden years.
Yeah.
Centrum, the golden years.
Yeah. I have a Flintstones gummy because, you know, I'm a child at heart. And I have my Cialis pill. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good premise.
You'll feel my pain one day, Luke. You'll feel my pain.
I will. Or I won't feel it because I'll need the pill to feel anything. Okay. I don't know. I wonder if... I'm curious what you think, because as much as I love Dr. Brady, I told him this joke last time, and he was like, that's great. And he had no tags or anything. So I was like, all right. But so I have this premise. My friend said he spoke music as a language, and I was like,
Wait, who said that to who? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Okay. It's just a friend. I don't even remember who I was talking to. But my friend told me he spoke music as a language.
Okay.
Because people say that, you know, music as a language. So I was like, I looked at him and I was like,
So...
And he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, that means I aspire to walk on the land and have legs. So it's like a Little Mermaid joke.
So that round that you're singing, it's not relatable. I think you need to go... Should you do do re mi? No.
Do re mi. No, I'm trying to sing when she's in her grotto singing about the Little Mermaid. It's like, that's her song, like, I want to be where the people are. Maybe I could do that.
Yeah, you need to...
oh, yeah, you're right. That's probably better.
Yeah, you need to go something relatable. Because I was thinking, what the fuck is he singing?
Well, that's part of the joke.
No,
like,
I know. But I think if it's a relatable song, I think you're halfway there already.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you think it shouldn't even be The Little Mermaid, it should be something else?
Well, whatever. But I think it should be a song that, oh, shit, you know, the people are going to go.
There's so many options, but I think it has to be instrumental because it has to be that music is the language. If I say
words.
lyrics, then it's like,
you're
just doing English.
Right.
Yeah.
How about just a regular voice coaching run like me, 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 me? I don't know. But you want to do like a movie reference too, right?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have to be movie. I was thinking it's funny if it's... Actually, I think... Yeah, I don't know. I was at a Little Mermaid play because my girlfriend wanted to go.
Yeah.
So that's what made me use that. But I hope this isn't picking up in the mic. Someone's like mowing the lawn outside. Fuck.
It's organic.
Hold on. We're going to close the door.
Podcast.
Yeah. It's okay.
What's so funny
going.
about when I write, it's the mechanics of the joke.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll work on, like with Calen, I'll work on, that's not relatable. So I do that first, and then we go to the funny, to the punchline. Is that weird? It's a weird...
So mechanics as far as like the math equation of the setup
Right.
and the punch?
Yeah.
And then you find the punchline, like what
Right.
does
Well,
this
how
equal?
can we make that funnier? Or is it good the way it is?
Mm-hmm.
But I like what you're doing. I'm trying to think. Dude, I'm sorry to put you through this. Do it again.
The whole joke or just the
Yeah.
singing? You just want to hear me sing because I have such a good
No. I
voice.
want the whole joke.
Okay. My friend told me the other day that he speaks music as a language, so I looked at him and I was like, and he was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I said, what do you mean? I'm just telling you that I aspire to have legs and walk on the land. Or maybe I could say, I aspire to, like, I want to be where the people are. I don't know. I did it last night at this show, and it was like a show with 4 people in the audience, so it was terrible. But this girl was on a date with this guy, And I was like, you didn't like that joke, Grace? And she was like, no, it wasn't very funny. And I was like, oh, okay. But they were great. I was riffing with them because it was their second date. And I was like, did you guys have sex yet? And they were like, yeah, the first date. And I was like, oh, well, I guess you have to have anal tonight.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Wait,
you had to be there. It was better.
Does it matter if it's a guy or a girl saying that to you?
Oh,
Music.
No, it doesn't matter. It's a friend. I don't know.
Music is, what'd you say? Music is a what?
A language.
It's a language. Could you, I don't know if you want to go, what's a sexual suggestive hum you can do? How about
It means I want to fuck.
R. Kelly? Can you hum an R. Kelly that everyone knows?
Oh,
or, anyways, I think that I maybe a different type of joke with that same premise would be music is a language, a girl saying it, and then you humming a sexual song, hip hop song that everyone knows. I don't know. What do you think of that?
Yeah, maybe that could work, but like which song? I
don't
guess.
know, because I'm not in touch with. I would go "Want to Sex You Up," but that's from the 90s. Yeah, "Sex You Up," or I think a more explicit song that the young kids know would probably hit harder.
Well, there's like "Let's Get It On," but I don't know if I can hum.
See, you could tag it and go for you old people. Gyrate.
You got really into that. I don't know if you guys saw that right now, but he was like,
see, that was the advice. Act out,
yeah,
inflection, movement, improv.
No movement on this couch right now, please.
So
this is not the casting couch.
Dude, you could tag that shit up like older, Gen X.
Oh, yeah.
But you know
younger?
Now that might be a little creepy.
Yeah.
No, but there has to be a really good song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's that thing of like I have to just either go on some like I have to go on the internet and look or Spotify or just wait till it comes to me.
And when you hum it, I think it'll be hilarious that you gyrate.
Did I gyrate? Like
I wanna dude. No, you're just singing. You need a.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sitting.
Okay. I was just making sure.
I'll try. Yeah.
You got to grind and hump.
I'll try it out.
But I don't know if that's.
Well, you have to grind a hump.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was the spirit of your joke. But I think I'm going on a tangent to.
See, I'm trying to clean up my act. Jimmy's like, no, bring it back. Friday late.
That could be clean. That doesn't necessarily have to be dirty.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's not explicit.
Because
it's just
you're
suggestive.
toting that line, and I think when you tote the line, you're clean, and that's a great thing.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Friday early. You guys always say when we're writing, if it's too dark, you're like, whoa, Friday late, Luke Soin.
Friday late. No, I don't think that's perfect for all hours of the weekend.
Okay.
I think that joke. But
all right.
when you go that kid's song, I don't know if that kid's song is.
Oh no, that's just like tagging to like doing a messed up one at the end. It's funny.
Late Friday.
It's like
I like it though. I like that thing where I don't know if you even need to set it up. You don't communicate, Luke. Da 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 da.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't communicate. I wish
I could make it my girlfriend.
More.
She's like, you never communicate with me. You know, like I told you, I'm a musician. And music is a language.
Do you know even music is a language?
Yeah.
Then you can kind of do
And I can be like. Yeah. Let's get it on. Yeah. Okay.
Watch the songs you pick because sometimes the songs you pick could be hacky, which is weird.
I know. Yeah.
You know what I mean. But I think that's a great joke now. But
okay.
I don't know if it's in the same spirit of the way you originally wrote it.
Maybe I'll try. Yeah, but that's okay. I don't know if the way I wrote it is even good. It just was a thought.
I would just love to see Luke on stage gyrating.
Well, I'm gonna be at the callback bar tonight.
Do it, bro.
Doing 2 shows.
Dude, I bet you that's funny.
That's actually the place to do it because I'm pretty sure it feels like you get past to the punchline, and you're like, am I though?
Dude,
because it's like I think like I am.
Yeah, I think
but they don't give you a scroll. They don't like officially say. They just book you for a weekend and you do it, and you're like, cool.
If you're officially passed, I definitely try that new joke.
Well, and the callback bar is like whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's a who knows what's going to happen in that room. It's like a lot of times there's an audience and they just don't know how to laugh in that room. We go back to that thing we said at the beginning about like setting up the show. No judgment, Live Nation, but you guys did not make that room for comedy. It's more like it's a bar where you can put a stage but there's like a pole in the middle of the room. There's like a weird walkway. Like it's just
there.
I've had like 2 good sets out of
Really?
like 10 shows maybe, or
I've always found that place very, very good. I don't know. Maybe
it just depends.
Was it packed?
I've had good shows where there's not many people.
Okay.
But I've had shows where there's more people and I just bomb. And I'm like, I don't know. I thought I was doing this right. I don't know. It just feels like a weird... I just don't like the feel
Were you
of
on
it.
early?
I don't think there's any correlation I can take yet. It's just been like
Dude,
weird.
early is always tough for anyone, though, if you go on early.
Yeah.
Dude, I like that joke.
Yeah? The music one?
I think you set it up as a relationship thing. It's going to be totally, like, relatable. People are like, oh, fuck, yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I just got to figure out music. I have so many things I need to do today before the shows that I don't know if I can like sit and write.
I got to go through soundtracks now or listen to music
Oh,
tonight.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, even beyond that, it's like I have to edit a couple of things. I have to take him to my mom's house.
How about Lil Wayne? Doesn't
Okay.
Lil Wayne have some suggestive
Probably.
humping?
But then the humming is going to be like, like
That's
it's rap.
going to be even more hilarious.
Yeah.
A white boy.
I got to do some research for that.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you have another one you want to do real quick, or we should probably wrap it up in a minute? But
Yeah, I'm trying to think. That was the latest.
mm-hmm.
Oh, one concept really quick is when I first got married, my wife had all sorts of product in the shower.
Yeah.
Fucking everything. So one part of the joke is, when I was in a dorm, when I was in college, it was just bar soap and possibly Pert 2-in-1. So I just had 2 things. And when you get married, you got to be careful because there's, you look it up, there's all sorts of products. You got to be careful what you use because I use some exfoliating whatever on a face cloth and I caused some road rash on my genitalia. That's one part of the joke. But now she's evolved and now she's being green and earth friendly and she's back to bar soap. I don't know quite where to go with that. Like, again, it's a whole role reverse or a turnaround.
Yeah.
But
It could be part of like a bigger segment of just like, I've noticed like you get older in a relationship, things change, like they flip. And then that could be like 1, 2, and then there's a third one.
do you like the road rash thing? Is that funny? Kind of.
I think for me, I don't know what exfoliating is because I'm not a skincare.
Exfoliating, there's a lot of grit and sand.
Okay.
And-
It's like, so, because I have face wash that has like little bits of
Gritty.
pumice in it or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an exfoliator.
All right.
God damn, Luke.
Road rash. Yes, that makes sense now.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, because you're like gravel.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't need something that feels like my wife's hand. I have my wife's hand.
yeah, exactly.
There you go.
And then she took my bar of soap away, and she gave me a $35 bottle of papaya body wash.
And a loofah.
I don't know if she knows a loofah.
Oh.
I'm sure she has one of those. And so the joke I was gonna go with my friends because I guess a bar of soap dries your skin. That's what she says.
Not if you get the right one.
I-
The Dove sensitive skin. Okay, it's
I
not
guess
bad.
I was using some cheap ass soap, but
Yeah,
the
Irish
joke-
Spring, like the Stephen Fury joke.
I love that. I don't know he had one.
He
But
has some joke about Irish Spring. Yeah.
some cheap bar of soap.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the joke was, that papaya body wash. You're with your friends hanging out. You fart, and my friends are like, "Is that a fruit scent coming out of your ass?" I don't know. I'd be like, "At least it's not dried out, dick." I don't know. At least my butthole's not dried out. I don't know. I'll work on it. Needs work.
Yeah, I like there. I mean, I like just talking about like my girlfriend and I are talking about like we like moving in together, at some point, and I'm imagining like this house is small, and she has a lot of stuff because she's a girl, Especially like the closet space in this house is not great.
Right.
Like that one's like a regular, like you just have as a kid, like your closet. It's not like you need like a walk-in closet for a proper adult woman. Yeah. I feel like it's not.
So this bedroom is going to be all hers then, is what you're saying.
Probably, yeah. And I'll have to like all my shit will have to be in there, which I already have stuff in my closet.
That's love right there.
I know. So I hope she understands, what I'm going through. But no, but like I like the idea of like you have nothing in your shower and then suddenly there's like an apothecary or a CVS. Like, you go in there and there's like an attendant and they're like, "Can I help you find anything, sir?"
That's funny.
And you're like, why are you in here? I'm naked. I don't know.
Person with samples.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a Costco guy too. He's like,
you gotta remember.
Do you want these fried weenies? I don't know. These are
very, very productive podcast, Luke.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Do you have one more?
Yes. Well, so this one's working, but I just wanted your opinion and if you had any tags because it was cool. So after one of my corner house shows, I was in the kitchen here with my friends and Joe Hodner was here and we were riffing about it. And so I have this joke where I talk about like, I don't like being on Bumble. I'm in my 30s. I'm tired of it. Like I read these profiles, but I don't process information properly. So like there was this girl's profile that said she was into hood guys. And I was like, perfect. I'm uncircumcised, So I'm like, I just sent her a dick pic. So then we were riffing and then this idea came out that was like, sometimes people are like, Luke, are you ever going to get circumcised? Like it's time to, like fix your dick or whatever. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. But then I was like, well, maybe I would do it if I could donate my foreskin to a burn victim. So like, if there was a program like Cocks of Love, I would do that,
It's funny.
Because I know like there's got to be like, I have about enough for like an eyelid. So I feel like I could donate maybe a hair lip, if someone's got a hair lip eyelid missing or just, they need a new face. Wait, and so then I'm like, because I know, like, there's just got to be a guy out there named, let's call him Tony, and he lost his face, and he needs a new one, and he gets all of his face back, and he goes to a party, and his friends are like, Tony, you look great, but how come every time it gets cold outside, your eye does this? Why does that happen?
Nice.
So that's like the big...
I think you've been doing that one for a while. I think I heard it before, right?
Like a month, maybe, a couple weeks.
I was thinking, now it can't be a third-degree burn victim. There's no way. Now, someone handling hot toast, that's who's someone I can help.
It's hot toast?
Hot toast or something hot. I don't know.
What would you put on your eye, though?
But the point is, you know what I mean. You put on your finger, a little graft for your finger that you burnt. but the point, I'm trying.
When you're finger banging your girlfriend, you're like fucking her with a penis. I don't know.
Yeah, or I like it because you could just say too, hot shower burn in your eye. Or my point being is just comparing a third degree with a non-severe burn type of thing. I don't know. The other thing I was thinking of too that came up in my head was a hood is also a part of her. There's a part, right? I don't know how you can...
Oh, yeah. The clitoral hood.
Yeah. So, speaking of hood, I don't know how you can twist it.
Yeah.
I'm hood. Because you're saying...
I like hood, too. I love to get up in that clitoris.
I like to get...
I don't know.
Speaking of that little covering over your clitoris, I'm hood. Or because she says I'm... How did she say it in her profile?
It said she liked hood guys. Like hood guys.
Yeah.
Like that is... There was a girl... Like there was a real profile that said that. That made
what's
me write
funny
it.
about that is I totally believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I could see some girl saying that, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you could reverse it to talk about her hood.
Yeah. It's funny because I also like hood girls,
Yeah.
I love the clitoral hood. I love to get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in the hood with my tongue.
Speaking of which, I'd love to. Speaking of which, I think we'd get along perfect because speaking of hood, I don't know how you would do it.
Yeah, there's a connection there.
Yeah. That's what I thought of, her hood, and then third degree burns versus a first degree, or not even a first degree.
I want to help the most in need person though. I feel like third degree, like I would like to stretch it over, you know.
No, but that's
it's very stretchy.
I mean, I could help with a third degree, but I could only probably help with a nipple.
Yeah.
Or
well, that's the point. Is like that's why I say there's enough for an eyelid. Like I've gotten a laugh just saying that because people are like, "Oh, your dick's small." You know, like
no, that's funny because I think I've heard you do that joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've heard it before, and I don't.
Well, the first part for sure.
Yeah.
But this one's like I think it was a week before I went to Ontario with JR and Diego. That was March. So it's been a little.
Yeah, so you could just keep going along that line.
Yeah.
As long as you're not third degree, because I can only help you with your pinky toe, or I don't know, whatever you want to do.
I mean, I was thinking like, is there a way to build up to the eyelid? But that part gets the biggest laugh is when I do this. If I say it the right way and do it, it's like when I go like this, everyone loses their, you know.
Shit.
Yeah.
What's a burn?
Ellis suggested hair lip, and then he was like, "You could do this." You know, like multiple things, and then it's more silly of a face, and there's more. So
that's not a burn victim anymore, right? That's
he's like a hair lip and a burn victim, I guess, or something like that. Yeah. Or maybe like you could send one piece to one guy and one piece to another guy. I don't know. I didn't think about it going on a woman's face or something though, or a woman. Maybe like it goes on her clitoral hood. I don't know. Like a woman who got female circumcised, I could fix her circumcision.
I was gonna say, like, be topical and go some sort of transition.
Oh.
I could help with a transition.
Yeah, like if a trans man wants a hood, you can have that part.
Or the other way where...
Oh, they need, like a trans woman needs a hood for the clit.
I don't know how you can construct that, but that might be...
Or maybe your dad... My friend needs a clit.
Dude, I think...
Can you do a tag like about you have a trans friend and your dad's like, he's at Kaiser trying to help and he's like, no, not a shoe, a clit. Like,
he really needs a clit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's topical. You could add to your,
funny.
you know. That's yours, that one.
No, dude, I think you should do that though. Like maybe...
Here, stay on the thing.
Oh, sorry. Maybe do you have a no, do some sort of transition surgery. I don't know. There's so many tangibles here. You got to put it all in.
Yeah. There's got to be a way to involve that.
Everything.
Like I could say there's cocks of love, blah blah blah, but there also like there could be, I don't know, maybe there's like another pun or wordplay for a trans surgery.
So Luke,
I'm an ally.
Which dentist helped you with writing today more than another dentist?
Burt Walpack.
God damn it.
No,
Luke.
Jimmy Earl.
Thank you.
I thought it was funny that Burt, he has a fake dentist name, and he like really,
Burt
it's like he
Walpack.
found a dental name generator online.
Are you serious?
No, but it sounds like it because it's such a specific weird name.
Weird name.
That's the kind of name you have as a person.
Right.
Because his real name's like, Seth something? But it's like he found a name that
Burt
sounds so real. It's like Walpack.
So
like that's not a. It would like Brady Smith sounds like a fake name, Smith.
Right.
But he's like Walpack, which is like I've never even met a Walpack.
So funny.
But it's a real. It sounds like a name, but it's just funny. I don't know.
He's putting a lot of reels up lately. Did you notice?
No, but my algorithm shows me my friends or whatever. I don't know. I did follow him now. I follow him. We follow each other.
So are we doing 1:30? That's not bad, right?
Yeah, we got to cut like 10, 20 minutes.
Take that, Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? So, do you want to plug or say what you got coming up? This is going to come out Tuesday.
So
5,
this
6.
was a last minute gig. One of my mentors I looked up to. Turns out he's coming to Sacramento this Wednesday.
Is this another name drop?
Yes, it is. Craig Gass. I don't know if you heard of him. Master of impressions. Just a really funny guy. He did the Gene Simmons roast on Comedy Central.
Whoa.
He did voices on Family Guy and what's the father one?
American Dad.
American Dad.
American Father.
Yeah. And I think he did the Tommy Lee roast.
Oh,
Really
wow.
funny guy. Anyways, he's going to be at Laughs Unlimited this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Yeah, and this
Tomorrow
guy,
night. when
I
this comes
swear
out.
to God, I wasn't even a year into comedy, and this guy booked me, had me open for him at this 500-seat theater in Tucson. And anyways, he's a really cool guy, and I think you guys would love him. Laughs Unlimited this Wednesday. Craig Gass.
Check it out. And follow Jimmy at Jimmy Earl.
Jimmy Earl, 2 L's on IG or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, he takes a lot of great photos where it's just the corner of his head, and then all his friends are behind.
The bags under my eyes.
The bag. Yeah. That's not why. You were doing that before the bags. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Really? You've
There's
had
the
them that
bags.
long?
Yeah. And then,
Well, I never noticed them until you brought it up.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
So that's why you see my forehead.
Okay. You can follow me at Luke Soin, my backyard show at Corner House Comedy. There's one this Friday.
Good show, guys. Go to it.
Shea Bell's headlining. It's going to be a great show. My movie Hell Gig film on Instagram. We're trying to look for money. Nacho just farted and I smelled it. It's disgusting. There's where if you're an independent wealthy person, we need $1.5 million. We have a great movie. We want to make it. Thank you for watching. Watch the next one. Bye.
Thanks, bro.